What is up, YouTube? So, I just got out of the shower, and right after I got out of the shower, I basically threw some pajama bottoms on, and of course, my Cradle of Filth t-shirt. Now, a lot of people on YouTube are like, oh, we want to see you lift weights 5 times a week and blah blah blah. Well, I really can't afford a gym membership right now. And even if I could, I don't need one because I have a workout plan that is simple as piss to follow. And the workout plan is designed to give me some awesome gains. Now, my workout plan is going to happen 4 times a week. Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, Sundays, then Monday I'd rest. Then I'll go back to the workout Tuesday. And then Wednesday I would rest. So Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Well, not Friday, but yeah. I guess it doesn't matter which days I do it, as long as I do it 4 times a week for a couple months. And my workout plan basically consists of, get my slippers on here. My workout plan consists of doing, at the very least, 60 push-ups, 60 sit-ups. And what I'll do is I'll do sets. And a freaking set is like 10 push-ups, Cobra yoga position, 10 sit-up, or 10 push-ups, 10 sit-ups. I'll start off with like 10 push-ups, Cobra yoga position, 10 sit-ups. And you've seen my workout routine before on YouTube. I did demonstrate it a little bit. I would do it every day, but you gotta give your muscles a chance to heal. That's why I'm only doing it 4 out of the 7 days a week. So if I work out 4 days a week, that'll give my muscles 3 days to heal. And basically do it every other day. And I have a pretty sinking feeling that my workout plan is going to get me all kinds of gains. And this is just my arms from after, like, this is just my arms. Okay, this is just my arms right here, just from starting the workout. These are just my arms right here, fresh from the workout. And, yeah, you know, you do like 10 push-ups, the Cobra yoga position, then 10 sit-ups, and repeat. And if you do that 6 times, that's literally 60 push-ups and 60 sit-ups. And if you're doing them in increments of 10 each, you know what I'm saying? Starting off, you know, depending on how much good shape you're in, that won't feel like much. But then you start getting up to 60, 70, then you start feeling it. I wanted to stop at like 30, but I pushed myself to go on another 3 sets after that. And yeah, I think by springtime next year, if I keep up with my workout plan, working out 4 times a week and resting 3 days a week, I think this will be an excellent way for me to gain some serious muscle. I mean, women, they kind of notice my existence now. It's not nearly as bad as it was when I was in, like, junior high or high school. But I kind of feel like that if I start working out at home, you know, being like, if I could afford a gym membership, I'd consider it. But for the most part, like, why pay to work out someplace when you can do it at home for free on your own time? You know what I'm saying? So like Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and then yeah, just do it every other day. Basically, what I'm going to do, rather than do it all over the course of the entire week. You know, it's important to give your muscles a chance, at least a day to recover. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So tomorrow, I should say it's early Sunday morning right now, like 4:14 a.m. to be specific. But yeah, I want to start working out more at home and seeing if I can't. I mean, my waistline's pretty decent. I'm not by any means overweight, but you know, a little bit of trimming down would not hurt. And if my diet consists mostly of protein anyways, it'd be a shame to, waste all that. It'd be a shame to, waste all that protein consumption. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Trying to grow all this down here out, and then, of course, also trying to grow my mustache back out to go with it. Yeah. Oh. Just flexing my arms a little bit. I can definitely feel them swelling up a bit. I think if I keep up with this workout and just work out every other day, I think by springtime, I'll be ripped. At least more ripped than I already am. A surefire way to get the ladies to notice you is if you got gains and shit. If you've got gains, trust and believe, if you've got gains, chicks are gonna notice. That's just a fact of life. It doesn't matter how creepy or socially awkward you may be. If your fucking muscles are swole up and you're fucking defined and cut, you know what I'm saying? Chicks are gonna notice. Yeah. I got my trusty slippers on, and I could definitely go for some tobacco right after working out. And I didn't wait till I dried off after getting out of the shower. I basically dried off my body, and I've been letting my hair air dry after I combed it out, of course. Now, hopefully I'll get the money from PayPal on Monday. I have my bank account linked to it, so I can now transfer money from my PayPal to my bank account. And having a couple bucks will definitely help. I'm going to be using some of that money to, I owe a friend of mine like $19-20, so I'll get him paid off. Then I'll use like actually, I don't owe him $19-20. I owe him like $15. My bad, I forgot. But yeah, I'll pay my friend back, and then I'll be getting as next Saturday is October 1st. I'll be getting all the stuff I need for my Halloween costume gathered up. Which, I don't need that much. Some black cloth that I can sew to the inside of my green cloak. I've been using this shampoo on my hair. The shampoo I've been using on my hair is supposed to make it thicker. And then I've been using that in conjunction with the Mane and Tail 2-in-1 shampoo plus conditioner, which is in the same freaking bottle. And I don't wash my hair very often. I might wash it like maybe once or twice within a week, if anything. And that's just so I can let the grease build up, and that'll help my hair grow much faster, especially in areas where I've picked at it and stuff. Yeah. I noticed that sometimes I misspell words when titling my videos. And some of you out there genuinely care, and you don't want to see me make an ass of myself. So if I spell a word wrong on the title of my videos, well, two things. One, okay, if you're going to tell me how to spell a word, you don't have to be a dick about it. And two, who gives a fuck how I spell the words on my YouTube videos, honestly. I guess to a degree it's more professional, but at the same time, you know, people are still going to watch my videos whether or not I spell a word wrong. And if the money for my PayPal, if it doesn't get here Monday, it'll definitely be here either Tuesday or Wednesday. And that'll be pretty fucking sweet. If and when that shows up. But yeah, Lord King Cobra over here is going to start working out at home more often, and we'll see if I can't. We'll see if I can't be. My goal is to be the biggest, most muscular person in town. That's my goal. My goal is to have the biggest muscles in town. And if I do 60 push-ups and 60 sit-ups 4 times a week, which means I'll have 8 days of solid working out, and then like 6 days of rest. And like I said, it's important to give your muscles a chance to catch up and relax and rest. Otherwise, your muscles will develop funny, and you don't want that. You really don't. And ideally, trust and believe, if I'm the biggest motherfucker in this town, if my muscles get so big that I end up being the biggest motherfucker in this town, ain't nobody gonna want to fuck with me, for one. and they may be stupid enough to fuck with me now, but two, more importantly, the ladies would definitely notice. They wouldn't care if I was a little bit socially awkward or any of that. They wouldn't care if I was autistic or had a lazy eye. They wouldn't give it two shits about that. The only thing they'd be seeing is, damn, look at the size of his arms. But with the way my muscles develop, I have a feeling that I'll make gains really fast. And I'll definitely be posting the results here on YouTube and definitely on Facebook with like a muscular selfie shot or what have you. Yeah. Now, when it comes to my hair, especially, one, it's important to remember that there are goths with half their fucking head shaved. So why the fuck am I tripped out about a little bit of trichoteria? And two, more importantly, it's important not to pick. Yeah. I notice that I tend to pick at my hair when I'm like super stressed out. Yeah. One of the reasons why I'll smoke is because it'll give my hands something to do. You know, if I got my lighter, my pipe tool, my pipe in my hands, you know, and I'm smoking on my tobacco pipe, more often than not, my hands are going to be distracted, so I'm not sitting there pulling my hair out and shit. Yeah. I really don't want to burn I really don't want to burn a hole in this. Okay, we're good. I didn't. Awesome. That's one thing you gotta be careful of when you're smoking a pipe. Now let's pack that tobacco down a little bit. Also, I'm meeting with a job coach next Friday, or I should say this coming Friday. So, like, the last day of September, I'm basically meeting with a job coach, and they're going to help me with some job placement. And I think I'll be a lot happier if I'm actually working again. And if I can make a decent living, you know, I think I'll be a lot happier, most definitely. I could potentially be making $1,400 a month, which, you know, if I wanted to save up for a car or a sex doll or whatever it may be, that wouldn't take me long to save up at all. One person asked a question, how the fuck am I affording rent with no job? Well, the answer is, because of my Asperger's syndrome, I have SSI. And, you know, which I'm internally, you have no idea, YouTube, I'm internally grateful for my SSI. Like, you have no idea how grateful I am to have that. You know, having Asperger's syndrome and struggling to fit in socially, you know, there are times that, you know, that I will struggle when I work. So, if I can find a job where they'll be patient enough, you know what I'm saying, and if they can work with me, okay, if they can work with me a little bit. Once I know the job, I'm steady paced and I'm loyal as fuck to whatever company or place of business that I work for. You know what I'm saying? If anything, my last job, working at Wendy's, that itself is a testament to how loyal I am. And you know, I didn't want to get fired from Wendy's because, one, I was used to the routine, and two, you know, I've been working there for 4 years. And even though they were cutting my hours pretty bad, you know, I'd be lucky if I could work 3 to 4 days a week, and 11:30 to 2 at that, you know. Not a whole lot of fucking hours, mind you. So I was lucky to break $100 every 2 weeks, so to speak. But if I start working full-time hours, and I don't want to work in the evenings. I want to work like early in the morning to like mid-afternoon. That would be more ideal for me. So if I got up and got to work at 7 o'clock in the morning and didn't get off work till like 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, that would be more ideal for me. That way I'd have more time to, you know, I like to have evenings to myself at least. Yeah, so if I could get a job somewhere dishwashing for breakfast and lunch rush, that would be awesome for me. You know, I mean, I could wash dishes for a living. That's not beneath me at all. I mean, stand in maybe like one spot all day, aside from maybe like gathering up dishes. If I'm pretty much standing in one spot all day, here's your spot, here's your routine, then it shouldn't be too difficult for me to pick up on. Or even if I could get a job working in an animal shelter or at a music store somewhere, that would be pretty fucking sweet. And you know, I'm kind of at a conundrum at the moment. Because as soon as I get a job, I basically get my debit card back. And I would have my debit card right now, but my dad basically has my debit card. And my dad basically told me that I cannot have my debit card back until I get a job and start making my own money. You know what I'm saying? If I make a certain amount of money, they'll temporarily cancel my SSI, but they won't completely take it away from me. That'll always be there just in case times get tough. And I've been struggling these last couple of weeks trying to find a job and everything. But I think I'll have a much easier luck with the job coach. Now that my apartment inspection's been passed, you know, I'll have more time to focus on job hunting and shit. I haven't had a whole lot of luck job hunting on my own. You know what I'm saying? I'll dress up sharp, make sure I'm clean shaven, make sure I smell good, make sure my clothes are clean, all that good shit. And if I go in to fill out an application on paper, I make for damn sure that my writing is neat and tidy. And my spelling is atrocious. And this is the kicker of it, YouTube, is a lot of people who are hiring will potentially throw your application away. It's not going to matter if your spelling and your punctuation is nice, neat, tidy, and correct. Okay? It really doesn't matter if your spelling is atrocious. They're not going to care if your handwriting on your applications is nice and neat. They're not going to care if your punctuation is correct. If your spelling sucks, they may just say, next application. You know, I guess it just depends on the person who's hiring and what job you're applying for. Some people might overlook a couple of spelling mistakes if they see that the person who comes in to fill out the application looks and smells presentable. Now that I've already done my workout, basically tomorrow I rest, then Tuesday I work out, then Wednesday I rest, Thursday I work out, then Friday I rest, then Saturday I work out, and then Sunday I rest, and then Monday I work out, and just continue on and off like that for a couple of months. And I can do 60 push-ups and 60 sit-ups, no problem. If I do like 6 sets, you know what I'm saying, 4 times a week with 3 days of rest, it won't take me long to make some serious gains. It won't take me long at all. I'll probably feel better because I'll be in better shape. I'll look better because I'll be in better shape. And if I look better, chances are chicks will notice me a lot more. And if chicks will notice me a lot more than they do now, that'll definitely boost my confidence a little bit. But the thing of it is, YouTube, a lot of chicks probably do find me attractive. But if they see me on YouTube, you know, that might intimidate them a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Being in the presence of a YouTube celebrity, they might be like, you know what I'm saying? It might intimidate them a little bit, and then at the same time, it also might make them, it also might be a huge turnoff, you know what I'm saying? Because if women watch me on YouTube, they see what kind of bullying and harassment I get, and that could be the turnoff factor of it, you know, that keeps a lot of women from wanting to date me, because you know, they might think, well, I don't want to be a part of that. You know, they might think, I don't want to get harassed on YouTube for dating this guy. You know what I'm saying? That's what they. I don't know what they think, but that could be it. You know. And the thing of it is, you know, if I got a girlfriend, she would be more than welcome to be in my YouTube videos. But at the same time, I wouldn't force her to be. You know. And if I'm on a date for the first time, I wouldn't even mention my YouTube channel. But if it came up, I'd be like, yeah, I'm that guy on YouTube, that autistic who's obsessed with cobras on YouTube. Yeah, that plays the guitar. Yeah, that's this guy right here. You know, if it came up on a first date, I wouldn't lie about it. You know, I'd be like, yeah, I kind of do this and that on YouTube or what have you. And I'd also mention that, you know, if this became a more serious relationship, you're more than welcome to be on my YouTube channel, but if you don't want to, you don't have to. I'm not going to force you, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because I can understand why... Excuse me. I had a cold start to form a couple days ago, and I've been incorporating a little bit of that swampadelic hot sauce into my food, and that stuff has kept my sinuses cleared up pretty nicely. And, well, I'm not coughing as much as I was 2 days ago, so I pretty much bypassed a cold for the most part. I mean, there's no telling, it could sneak back up on me in a couple of days. I don't know. Personally, I hope it doesn't, because if I'm going to meet my job coach this coming Friday, I really can't afford to be sick, you know? What I'm saying, YouTube, like, I need to get me a job, preferably that's going to pay me more, or at the very least, give me more hours, and something that preferably doesn't DT, and preferably closer to my apartment. Yeah. And there are plenty of places here in town that don't DT, which is drug test, you know what I'm saying? If I, you know what I'm saying, I don't smoke before going to work, you know what I'm saying? I treat that other stuff like alcohol, in a sense, you know, if I'm going to partake with friends, I'd much rather do it when I'm off work, and, you know what I'm saying, it's just a great way to be a bit more responsible with your circle, so to speak. Yeah. If you're gonna smoke that circle, okay, if you're gonna smoke circle, you're gonna wanna, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, smoking circle is very organic and very natural for your body. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with adults who consume the circle responsibly, you know. But you gotta treat that shit like alcohol, man. You wouldn't go to work wasted, so why the fuck would you go to work stoned? You know what I'm saying? I mean, granted, some people should smoke it before going to work because medically it could help them out a lot. You know what I'm saying? But the reason why I enjoy cannabis, which is circles are more one of my affectionate code names for cannabis. But the reason why I enjoy cannabis, I enjoy the feeling it gives you. I enjoy, you know what I'm saying, the creativity you can get from it. Smoking marijuana helps with my Asperger's, and it also helps with the cataracts in my eyes. Asperger's, also known as high functioning autism. And, you know, I find that when I smoke cannabis, I'm a lot more relaxed. I've also noticed that I'm more together when I smoke cannabis. When I smoke marijuana, I'm more together. I'm not nearly, this is the funny thing of it, is I'm not nearly as clumsy when I'm stoned. You know what I'm saying? I don't make an ass of myself nearly as much. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, with cannabis becoming legal all over the country, right now half the country is legal. Half of the United States of America is legal for cannabis use, either medicinal or recreational or both. And with half the country being legalized right now for medicinal or for medical use, a lot of cops would be better off just not fighting it. And I understand that cops gotta make their quotum and shit. But if it comes right down to it, this is a question. This is a question I would like to ask any cop in a state where cannabis is illegal. Would you arrest your mother for smoking it for her cancer pain? Or what if your brother came back from a war and had PTSD? Or what if your child had multiple seizures a day, and the only thing that could help your loved one was cannabis or cannabis oil? Would you arrest your loved one for using cannabis to treat their disease or ailment, even though it's illegal in the state you live in? And more importantly, if it comes down to catching a rapist or a meth head or a crackhead or a heroin addict, I think those are a lot more severe than someone smoking a little bit of weed. Okay? And another thing, instead of incarcerating people for non-violent drug abuse, or, instead of incarcerating people for non-violent drug offenses, if their use, if they are addicted to their usage, then offer them treatment instead of wasting taxpayers' money by throwing non-violent drug offenders in prison. It's ridiculous. This is how fucking crooked the justice system is. Okay, in Wyoming, if you get caught with some weed, it doesn't matter if it's dirt weed or chronic, you're looking at 15 years in prison, plus a shit ton of fines and plus a shit ton of probation. But if you get caught raping somebody, if in Wyoming right now, if you get caught with statutory rape, that's 3 to 4 years in prison. The fact that statutory rape is much lower in prison sentence than a simple pot possession flat out pisses me off. So in Wyoming it doesn't matter if you got cancer and you're trying to smoke that weed on that 7 to 10% chance that it might cure you. Here's the thing, YouTube. Smoking cannabis for your cancer, you have a smoking cannabis for your cancer relief, smoking cannabis to cure the cancer in your body, you have a 7 to 10 chance of surviving. And using chemotherapy to treat cancer, 7 out of 10 people die using chemo treatment. While smoking cannabis for your cancer, you have a 7 in 10 chance of survival. There's a good reason why cannabis is illegal right now. Crooked, greedy drug companies. You get these nasty ass fucking pills. They call them antidepressants, but 9 times out of 10 people still reported thoughts of suicide while taking these antidepressants. So these antidepressants really didn't do their job, and some of these pills that the greedy drug companies have to offer will give you 10 side effects to the one thing you need it to do. So basically it's like taking a pill for stomach cramps, but the pill gives you diarrhea. That's basically what that's like. I mean, if you watch any of these antidepressant commercials or any of these commercials for these drugs they're trying to fucking sell you, and if you listen real carefully, side effects may include, and they say it really fast. And if they start saying side effects may include, listen. They have this awful thing called Chantix, and Chantix is this quit smoking pill. But if you actually listen to a Chantix commercial and you see the nasty ass side effects that Chantix has, I'm like, fuck that. I'll just stick, you know what I'm saying? Fuck Chantix, man. I want to stick to smoking tobacco. And Chantix is marketed as a quit smoking product. Cannabis can also be used to treat breast cancer and colon cancer. As October is coming up, and October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, I'm just saying. And November is No Shave November. Now, a lot of people say that cannabis can't do shit because it's not FDA approved. I sincerely hate when people make that argument, that just because something's not FDA approved doesn't mean it doesn't have medical benefits. Just because something's not FDA approved doesn't mean it doesn't have potential medical benefits. Electronic cigarettes were not FDA approved at all. Okay? Electronic cigarettes were not FDA approved, yet when they came into the market as a quit smoking product, no one questioned it. No one did at all, you know. And then after they've done some extensive research on it, they found that some electronic cigarettes, not all of them, but a great number of electronic cigarettes are, in fact, way worse for you, way worse for you than tobacco. Yeah. So if people want to, and this is the kicker of that, okay, is Congress decides that flavored cigarettes are going to be illegal to sell in the United States. And the reason why Congress made it illegal to sell flavored cigarettes in the United States was because, and I quote, "These flavored cigarettes are what's getting kids to start smoking, and we can't have that." And so for that reason alone, Congress made it illegal to sell flavored cigarettes. Now, if you want to buy flavored cigarettes, you can still do so, but you have to order them. You have to order them online and have them imported from another country, which means you have to be 21 years of age or older to order them. And then here's the irony. You fast forward a couple generations after that flavored cigarette sale ban was placed into effect in the United States of America. You fast forward a couple months after it became illegal to sell flavored cigarettes, all of a sudden you got this cherry electronic cigarette marketed as a quit smoking product. And all of a sudden kids are buying electronic cigarettes because in most states in this country, electronic cigarettes aren't regulated like tobacco because they're marketed as an anti-tobacco product. And because they're marketed as that, most people don't really care if 13, 14, 15, 16, 17-year-olds are walking around sucking on a vapor pen. And some of these electronic cigarettes actually contain nicotine in them. That's the secret to helping people quit smoking, which really they haven't quit. Really, you haven't quit. Okay, if you're claiming that you're going to quit smoking by sucking down on an electronic cigarette, I'm not going to say shit. It's your fucking life. You know what I'm saying? That's your life and your decision. You know what I'm saying? But if you're going to tell everybody that you quit smoking with electronic cigarettes, you have not quit. Even if you get the vapor pens or electronic cigarettes, even if you get an electronic cigarette that's nicotine free, okay, you're still inhaling a water-based smoke. So technically, you haven't quit smoking. You just changed your delivery system of it. Now, a lot of people have suggested that I try vaping, and okay, I've tried it. I like it. It's alright. But generally speaking, it's not my cup of tea, you know. I prefer actual tobacco over electronic cigarettes. I've tried some of the electronic cigarette flavors they have to offer, and I'll be honest, they're not half bad. I like them, but I wouldn't switch over to a vapor pen right away. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've thought about buying one before, but I'm like, they're a pain in the ass to maintain. You gotta keep them charged. You gotta fill them just right. If you overfill them, you take a hit from your electronic cigarette, and it spits e-liquid all over your tongue, and that's just nasty, man. That feeling is disgusting. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, there are some maintenance with smoking tobacco, but the maintenance required to smoke tobacco is a whole lot less difficult, I think, than smoking an electronic cigarette. And of course, there are going to be people out there who disagree with me on my opinions, and I don't care. That's your opinion. It's YouTube, man. Everyone's got an opinion on YouTube, you know. So you can disagree with me on my opinions all you want to. I don't care. You know, a lot of people are like, oh, I seen you eat a peanut butter and jelly and mayonnaise sandwich. That's fucking gross. I'm so grossed out by it. Well, it's not like nobody's forcing you to eat it. Okay? And if you're grossed out by the sandwiches that I make on my channel, then don't watch my videos. And then you don't have to be grossed out. Plain and simple. Well, anyways, this is KingCobraJFS with another video. Yeah. Thank you for watching. And catch y'all later.